At the 16th India-Japan Annual Summit in New Delhi, over 150 Japanese companies signed roughly 120 cooperation agreements worth $12.5 billion. Well, that is the down payment on the bigger target, 10 trillion yen or close to $70 billion, in Japanese private investment into India over the next decade. But the headline deal isn't just about money. India and Japan signed their first ever defense co-development agreement. That is a break from Tokyo's historically cautious defense export posture. Now, the shift traces back to Takaichi herself, who has pushed Japan towards genuine co-production with trusted partners and not just arms sales. Now, this summit lands as both countries absorb Trump-era tariff shocks, fallout from the Iran war, and disruption to Hormuz shipping lanes. All that while Japan-China relations soured over Taiwan. The response? A joint declaration built around pushing back on economic coercion, without naming China or the US directly, and that a push to diversify supply chains in semiconductors, quantum technology and advanced materials, which was there. Energy is the other pressure point now. With both nations overexposed to West Asian oil and gas, they are now exploring joint LNG stockpiling and market intelligence sharing, and that is an insurgence against the next Hormuz style in shock. Then there's AI. New Delhi and Tokyo are formalizing a joint AI framework covering vertical solutions for manufacturing, healthcare and mobility, large language models and AI governance, with Japan opening a pathway for 500 skilled Indian tech professionals by 2030. The bottom line, this isn't ceremonial diplomacy. It's two Indo-Pacific democracies quietly building excess in chips, energy, defense, tech and AI against a world where single points of failure from Taiwan to Tehran keep multiplying. Earlier, we were joined by Purnendra Jain from Adelaide, Australia. He is an emeritus professor at Adelaide University and president of JSAA, who shared his insights on the growing Indo-Japan partnership. Listen in.
But in the last 4 or 5 years, what we are seeing that ODA or 8 projects, they are still important, but there are new areas in defense, in security, in emerging technology, energy security, all those areas which have been actually covered in the joint statement which Prime Ministers of the two nations, Mr. Modi and Ms. Takaichi, they issued yesterday. So we are seeing diversification in new areas, new technologies, and defense cooperation actually stands out as one of the key components of the new relationship, if you like. Yes, this free, open, and inclusive term, the Indian side prefers that inclusive term much more than the Japanese side, because when under Prime Minister Abe, they announced FOIP, or Free and Open Indo-Pacific, there was no adjective like inclusive, but India's view is that it should be inclusive, it should not exclude anyone. And in that context, it becomes much more wider, much more inclusive,